Welcome back for layout number 3 in our Christmas in July series. We're keeping the holiday memory keeping train rolling so we can clear out those photo backlogs before the new festive season hits us in a few short weeks. Believe me, it's not that far away. Once again, we're letting the rule of thirds guide our design, but this time we're adding a ton of gorgeous texture by tearing the paper for a soft rustic effect. Combine that with a large, beautiful cluster point and a subtle peekaboo edges, and you've got a super festive layout that really brings your holiday photos to life. And I mean any holiday photos. Grab a cup of something cozy if you're in the southern hemisphere like I am, or something cool and delightful in the northern hemisphere, and let's dive into today's process. Once again, I'm hitting the project with some Vicky Booten, and trust me, you have got to use her papers. I love, love, love them. Or 49 Market, whichever your cup of tea is. This one here, as I've said before, is Mistletoe and Memories, and it is just stunning. I'm using my circle cutter here to cut out the circles, and then I will use the washi tape technique where you use it to help you punch exactly with your with your punch or whatever device you are using to cut out your circles. I have a Creative Memories punch, and I'm using the 1.5 inch on it, and that works perfectly for these ones. But I do need that little bit of washi tape to help me. I went ahead and I've cut out all the rest of the circles because really you didn't need to see me punching them all out, and I'm now, as you see, super hyper speed inking up the edges, because that too is just something that you all know how to do, but the distressing is important. I am adding some faux stitching around each of the circles here so that I have got some more detail, and I went off screen and I tied bows with my bow awl using this paper tape string, and that's going to add a little bit of festivity to the layout as well. I'm using Rustic Wilderness again as my colour of choice to distress, and by distressing up the edges of all the embellishments, it just allows it to tie in nicely. Now, I am using up my scraps as we go on this project this week, and I am tearing them following the same line. So what I do is I take my strip of paper and I line it up, and then I try to tear pretty similarly the original tear, and that allows for that layer to look to be pretty much in the right place all the way across the design. This is going to allow me to build my third, a bit like yesterday's layout where I had a third split in half and the 2/3 in the bulk. The same sort of thing is going to happen here, except one of my thirds is the torn paper this time round. So that's just adding another little bit of interest. I am using it in the horizontal again, and that's just because I want to tuck into these torn pieces and add some extra layering into the layout. Now, I'm going to do this layering before I put the layout together, and that just allows it to be worked a lot easier than when you're working on the original piece. Now, I cut some of the first layout page so that I could get the multiple layers happening. So the green dot part is the reverse side of what I'm using. It's one of the coordinate pages from this pack. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just stunning, that background. I love that, grungy, rusticy feel. And Vicky does that so well with her papers and her designs. They just add so much texture to what you're doing. And who doesn't love a good text page? I mean, paper with text on it, whether it's subtle or it's, blotted out, or it's, a bit more grungier, it does add to your layout spectacularly. Okay, now here's a trick I learned off Vicky herself. She always just builds from what she's cut and then builds the 12 by 12. So normally I would have a piece underneath and then work my page that way, but I'm just using my ruler here to build my 12 by 12, and I'm using it to guide the length of my layout, and it actually works quite well. That way I'm not wasting any more paper. That way I'm just using what I've got on my table, and look at that. There you go. I now have a 12 by 12 layout without having to get another piece of paper behind it. Just to make sure that those are solid in the back there, I am going to add some washi tape. Now, for whatever reason, people, I do not know, I have worked to the bottom of my desk space this time round. I don't know why. I normally work to the top, which is strange. But for some reason, I'm working off the actual marble board, which is really not my usual go-to. All right, so I've tucked my photo in. I'm putting it into the fold there that you can see on the layering. And then I am now tucking in the circles because they're going to be like hanging ornaments. And we're going to have them coming out from underneath the top ripped layers. And that's just going to add a little bit of feature and a little bit more detail. I'm going to have one big cluster on this one, and it's going to be down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm layering up a set of baubles with the Christmas presents there, and I will pop them up on some foam tape. I do have these 3 little sentiments that say, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And this is my youngest son. His turn to wear his funny hat. He conceded, well, he already had a funny hat on before we even started. He had his hat that has ducks on it, Christmas ducks. My son collects ducks. Yes, he's a duck collector, but that's because he's got a Jeep, and, you know, you've got to get your Jeep ducked. And so he collects ducks, and it's become a family joke that we get him all different rubber ducks. So he's got plenty of rubber ducks of all shapes and sizes. And I also buy him very limited edition collectible ones as well, because I can't help myself. I'm just a bit of a spenderaholic when it comes to things like that with my children. And because he loves them, I don't mind getting them for him. All right, so we're going to add some peekaboos to the edge of this layout. It is just another way of building interest on your layout, breaking up all those big spaces where you have chunks of pattern. And I've chosen to use up the script, and that works beautifully. I am just roughly cutting them this time, and then I'm just layering it up underneath. Don't forget to ink your edges because it just adds that little bit of extra detail. I'm going to put the golden checks down the side here, and there you go. You've got your peekaboos happening, and it's just, like I said, that point of reference. And I've only done it on 3 sides. Why? Because it's odds. And why do we do that? Because odds are pleasing to the eye. And it's very true. It is a natural thing. It is a scientific thing. It's related to the Fibonacci number, but it's related to everything in nature being in odds. If you go and look at a plant, it's got odd petals and it's got odd leaves on its stems. That is just a fact. So I am adding in some gems here just to add that little bit of Christmas sparkle, because you know you've got to have a little bit of Christmas sparkle on a Christmas layout. And instead of using Nuvo drops, these gems work perfectly. They blend beautifully with the colors, and look at that. By putting them in that sets of 3, I've done 5 sets of 3. Of course I have odds. You know I'm going to do it. The same with the baubles hanging down. There's odds. I'm now going to add in some stickles in sets of 3 around the baubles, just because, you know, you've got to. It's Christmas. Got to have glitter, even if it is for a boy layout. So pretty much that's my layout. I like how this has turned out. It was a pretty simple one to do. I'm just going to cover it up. And of course, I made that silly mistake again. I used my mixed media, put the wet stuff down before I got around to inking up with my splatters. And I am sorry why I'm using my fossilized amber. Oops, you can see there that I blended a big blob down on there. That's because I wasn't watching what I was doing. Sorry, as I said, I'm pretty messy with mixed media. Still, it's the effect there, and it's okay. It just dries and it'll just look shimmery and gold in there. I'm just putting it all over. Don't do what I do. Do your wet stuff after you do your splatters. I'm just hoping that I don't bump the gold and the stickles and spread that across the layout, because that would be silly. Anywho, I've done that, and look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I love fossilized amber in the spritz because it does give such a great gold to your layout. Now, carefully lift that off, and there you have it. What do you reckon, guys? Did I do a good job? Did you like that? I think that's turned out pretty cool. I'm just going to add in a few more down here around the bottom where I missed them. And that's always important. let's have a look at this final layout. I'm sure there is things I could have done to make it better, but hey, I like it. I like the simplicity of this one. What do you think? Do you like it? Is it something that you'd give a go? Let me know down in the comments what your favorite Christmas traditions are, and also what's your favorite technique when you're working on Christmas layouts, because some people just like to mass produce and others like to creatively go in depth. Let me know how you treat your Christmas photos and your family traditions, so that we can all learn from each other and build up a collective knowledge base from which to draw upon in the future. So that's it, guys. That's my layout this week. There is a playlist for all the people that are playing along with Christmas in July. It is a week-long event. We are playing with the hope that we finish with a grand finale on the 25th of July, and that is the Christmas in for July. So stay tuned, people. I'm sure I'll have more coming up, and I really would like you to check that you are subscribed. Please make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss the next one. So that's a wrap for today. Merry Christmas in July, and don't forget, thumbs up for that like, hype it if you can, subscribe and make sure, and here's my next video for you.